adventure this time round. So if you guys enjoyed this little new song, we're gonna teach you guys how to about all the animations at the Disney World. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun.
Teaching you all about old and young. Old and young. Like
these two whippersnappers are fighting.
You enjoy the show. Do. Can enjoy this too. The old and young.
You guys enjoyed that. Hope that's smaller. And here's who played Done Click Play. Enjoy the video. Trying to make this better this time round. So if you guys enjoyed this little new song, we're gonna teach you guys how to about all the animations at the Disney World. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun.
Teaching you all about old and young. Old and young. Like
these two whippersnappers are fighting.
And all the ones who have passed away. Can enjoy this too. The old and young.
You guys enjoyed that. Hope that's smaller. And here's who played Done Click Play. Enjoy the video.
Alright, all you cool cats. Now back to the lecture. Now you know something?
It's time again to review one of Disney's two shorts that I pick every now and then, because it used to be every week, but now I'm just doing it pretty much every other week, or sometimes 3 weeks away, because sometimes there's a lot of news in a week and I don't have time to do the other one. So yeah. So let's get started with ones I picked this week. I'm gonna do it's really goofies, but since this is really a trio, when they're old and we're in it, Goofy, Donald, and Mickey. And then I decided to do an Oswald cartoon, even though after I watched this, I could have saved this for Halloween. What are you gonna do? So let's get started with the trio episode short, and that is there is Moose Hunters. So basically in this short we got them hunting for some moose, which you guys are idiots. Okay? I know you three sometimes do some some things that you should not be doing, but yeah, I think this should probably take the cake. Even though it's not the first time that I've seen Mickey hunt a moose. At least he brought back up this time, but still not good enough, because there's two moose in this cartoon. So we have Donald and Goofy dressed up as a female moose in order to lure whatever moose they got, and then Mickey shoots, disguised as a bush. But the thing is, they got separated, and a moose thinks that he's ends up breaking his shotgun without knowing, and eats the bush that he's trying to disguise himself as. Gets eaten, and he has no way to protect himself. Then Goofy and Donald find an mush and then put makeup on the costume, and then use a perfume to get the other moose to like them. This part is so weird. And then the two male moose meet each other, and they try to battle for Donald and Goofy, and then they realize that they're being hunted, and they go after those three. They keep on saying, okay, those three are dead. You don't ever hunt for a moose unless you know what you're doing. Those three did not know what they're doing. Okay? I wouldn't hunt for a moose, period, because of how scary they are. Okay? And there's also a time where Dawn almost fell down off a cliff and got stung by a bee, probably, because there's a beetle inside the moose costume. So yeah, So I did. This one was pretty funny. I just find it sometimes these guys need to think before they act. So let's find out who made this short. And remember, I won't be able to find pictures for all these guys because these are things that took place a long time ago. So this was directed by Ben Sharpton, produced by Walt Disney, starring Pagos Figos, Walt Disney, and Clarence Nance. Music by Paul J. Smith. Animated by Arch Babbitt, Frenchie Dealey Sabat, Norseman Ferguson, Cliff Gigersley, and Jack Kirby. This one came out February 20th, 1937, so the same exact year that Snow White came out. Let's get to that's how that one goes. Let's get to the Oswald cartoon. Let me get that up. So this Oswald's cartoon is called Spooks, and it's basically a version of Phantom of the Opera. And if you know the Phantom of the Opera story, then you should know the story. But in case you don't, they do get a little bit different since they don't really have much time to do the whole entire story. So we see a guy, we see a skeleton covered up, wearing a costume, wearing a mask, because that's what the Phantom Opera does during the opera or musical or horror, because he's technically one of the original Universal monsters. You can think about it. Goes and thinks for some reason Hortensia is the one that he thinks has a good voice, but she's like has her tongue tangled, and she's jealous of Oswald singing with a hippo, and so the Phantom scares the hippo off the stage, and then it's Hortensia's turn, but she still has her voice tangled, so he puts a saxophone, I think it's called, one of those things that have records on them that you have to wind up and has a horn on it, and so it's basically, it's not really her voice, it's the record player. So yeah, and then Oswald goes and congratulates her after she's done singing, and the Phantom gets jealous and captures her and tells her, "Do not take off this mask." And just like in the actual play Phantom of the Opera, she takes off the mask, he gets mad at her, he tries to kill her, and then it's up to, for in this case, Oswald to save her. And Oswald ends up beating, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say because the way it ends is weird. Because he like ends it with a joke called, where he does, "What happens when a chicken lays a square egg?" And Oswald says, "I don't know." Then, "Yeah, I don't know." And then he slaps him and says, "Ouch, that's the right answer. Ouch." Like, okay, that's a weird way to end this this short. So I don't know, did Oswald win that fight? I don't think so. So let's find out who made this short. And this one's used, even though Oswald's owned by Disney now, this is back when he was owned by Universal, so it's technically a Universal short. So we got directed by Walter Zenke, starring, and also produced by that person, and starring Pagos Figos. So we got him doing, is he doing like Oswald's voice and the Phantoms? So he's here twice. I didn't know you played Oswald. James Diggeris is the music, and animated by Bill North, Ray Adams, Montrose Osto, Cliff Gagey, and also Plagos did did some animation on there, and Frank V. Gurley, and this one came out July 21st, 1920. So let's go and get a toy so we can do our little skit.
Yeah, I beat up the Phantom.
No, you did not, Oswald. He beat you with a joke. There's like no way of ending with that than when you beat him.
Yeah, I don't care. I still beat him. We beat up the moose.
No, we didn't. We were the moose. But sometimes we just gotta go and do some things that we shouldn't do. Why?
Yeah, I beat the Phantom's butt. I beat the moose's butt. Whose idea was that for me to beat the Phantom's butt? To beat the moose's butt? I can't talk.
We can never understand you anyway, Donald.
Be quiet, Goofy.
It was my idea for him to be the Phantom, to be the moose's butt.
Why did my shotgun had to break? Oh man! Like, favorite, and subscribe, everybody. Bye bye. Yeah. Bye bye.